Hello and welcome to another episode of Soap Goes to the Oscars. This is episode 27. And unfortunately, I've already recorded this one once. This was the first movie I watched from the 6th Academy Awards, and it's called The Private Life of Henry VIII, 1933 British film. And for some reason, I cannot find the file. I don't know if I recorded over it. I don't know if I just never saved it, but it appears to be lost. So I'm going to re-record, and if I can find the original, I'll use that. But if I can't, I'll use this. So if you're hearing this, it means I didn't find the original. I'm going to be honest. I don't remember a ton of it now. So this will probably be a very quick one, but I will start with Wikipedia. So as I said, this is a 1933 British film. It's directed and co-produced by Alexander Korda and stars Charles Laughton, Robert Donat, Merle Oberon, Elsa Lancaster. Written by Lajos Biro and Arthur Wimperis for London Film Productions, which was Korda's production company. The film, which focuses on the marriages of King Henry VIII of England, was a major international success, establishing Korda as a leading filmmaker and Laughton as a box office star. Laughton went on to do several, the first time I recorded this, I read, and I'm not going to look it up now, but he had like 5 best pictures that he was in from this one on to like 1939, 4 or 5. The cinematography for this was Jorge Georges, I don't know, Paranal, I don't know how to say that. Edited by Stephen Harrison. And so Charles Laughton was Henry VIII, Merle Oberon was Anne Boleyn, Wendy Berry was Jane Seymour, Elsa Lancaster, Anne of Cleves, Binnie Barnes as Catherine Howard, Everly Gregg as Catherine Parr. Those were all his wives. Started out after his first wife, after he was already getting divorced from his first, or was divorced from his first wife, and his second wife, Anne Boleyn, was being beheaded, or about to be beheaded. And he was about to marry Jane Seymour, his third wife. So it starts about 20 years into his reign, according to Wikipedia here. Since I don't remember much, I'm just going to kind of read the synopsis from Wikipedia. So it begins 20 years into King Henry VIII's reign. In May 1536, in the immediate aftermath of the execution of his second wife, Anne Boleyn, Henry married Jane Seymour, who died in childbirth 18 months later. He then weds a German princess, Anne of Cleves. This marriage ends in divorce after Anne deliberately makes herself unattractive so that she may be free to marry her sweetheart. Henry next marries the beautiful and ambitious Lady Catherine Howard. She has rejected love all of her life in favor of ambition, but after her marriage, she falls in love with Henry's handsome courtier, Thomas Culpeper, who had attempted to woo her in the past. Their liaison is discovered by Henry's court, and the two are executed. The weak and aging Henry consoles himself with the final marriage to Catherine Parr, who proves domineering. In the final scene, while Parr is no longer in the room, King breaks the fourth wall. Take that, Deadpool. Saying 6 wives, and the best of them is the worst. Production Alexander Korda was seeking a film project suitable for Charles Laughton and his wife Elsa Lancaster. Originally, the story was to focus solely on the marriage of King Henry VIII and his fourth wife, Anne of Cleves, but as the project grew, the story was modified to focus on 5 of Henry's 6 wives. Only the first wife, Catherine of Aragon, was omitted because those involved had no particular interest in her, describing her as a respectable woman in the film's first intertitles. Korda chose to ignore the religious and political aspects of Henry's reign, as the film makes no mention of the break with Rome, and instead focuses on Henry's relations with his wives. So I think I had said with this one, it was the first one I watched. So at that moment, it was still the best one. And I kept it at the top of that list for a while, as you'll hear in later episodes. Yeah, it was pretty good. He was a bit hammy, to be honest, as Henry VIII, but it had humor and drama, and overall he was good. He was just a little bit over the top at times, but yeah, it wasn't bad. So that's all I'm going to do in this re-review, and I'll see you next time.